So, I'm not even gonna do the voice this disgusting. We have the Dogman 2 and Dog Slot. These are the two fuckers that were talking about fucking animals. Um, there's all the DMs that we already went through. I'm not interested in going through them again. Um, apparently, Kero is bitchy because furries aren't letting him back in. Like, they don't want anything to do with him. He is toxic outside of his obvious, like, ass batters. And here's a discussion. Can I go to the comment? How did the investigation get dropped? Weren't there actual pictures of him having sex with the dog in the leaked Zoo sadist folder? They were dropped for two reasons: lack of cooperation from his parents to investigate the room he did the deed in, and the police realizing the date of the evidence was beyond the statute of limitations for them to charge Kero. Now, I know that Fuckwit, one of his defenders, like, that's not how statute of limitations works. You can still be charged. So, I'm I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Like, this stuff is literally it's disgusting, but you know, even if it's just one more video talking about Kero to make sure that he just commits neck rope, I think it would be okay, right? I think it's okay. According to Kero and his little ass blasters, if you disagree with him, then you're the problem and you should leave, right? That's what Voice of Reason 2.0 or Truth King or whatever talks about, right? Um, well, in this case, if Kero wanted the police to talk to him, which is what Kero says, then Kero and his parents wouldn't have stopped them from searching a room. In fact, let's go back to Kero's video.
Everything happened all at once. I was getting accused of new things right and left, and I was completely taken by surprise. Honestly, I couldn't believe the stuff they were accusing me of. Once the leaks...
That's wrong, Kero. You admitted to leaks. You admitted that they were yours. You admitted that you knew who Snake Thing was. But maybe you address this.
started flying around on Twitter, the police got involved right away. My whole plan was to cooperate and let the police work, and let them announce that I was innocent.
But that's not what happened, is it, Kero? No, it's not. No matter how much you and your little butt buddies want people to think it is. No, that's not what happened. The truth is, you got protected by your mommy and daddy because they wanted to keep their dog fucker son, Josh, safe. And, no. No. But, ugh.
Because this case seemed like a no-brainer. I thought the police would interview me, announce that they didn't find anything, proving the accusations wrong. I did go into the police station. I sat down for interviews. The police came to my apartment multiple times a week. Asked me questions like, where's the deer? Do you know this person? I was constantly visiting.
But tell me, Kero. Tell me. They visited your apartment. Did they visit your parents' house? Did they check the room where all of this happened? Did they check the place where there's proof that this happened? Huh? Or did they not do any of that? They didn't, did they? Because your parents didn't let them. Because they know that you're a dirty little dog fucker. And what I'm saying isn't slander, it's not a breach of privacy. What I'm saying is 100% proven by public documentation. There's proof that your parents refused to let them look at the room where you have videos and pictures of you abusing animals, that room where that took place in. And people are like, well, they could have searched it, but there would have been no evidence. Well, if you're in a room with, uh, like, like if I were to have you guys in this room right now, and I recorded a video of me killing somebody, and then the cops came by, they're like, hey, we need to see this room because it might, we need to see this room. And I let them in, they could be like, okay, same wallpaper, same room layout, blah, blah, blah. Um, so, yeah, dude, why is he still a thing? He tries, too. He tries to stay on YouTube. He tries because nothing else will work out for him. Because his entire life is fucked after what he did. And rightfully so.
Visited by them, and each and every time I let them search my apartment, and I answered.
He let them search his apartment. He let them search the apartment, didn't you, Kiro? What? You didn't do a lot of that stuff in the apartment, did you? No, 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 you did not. Because a lot of that stuff's from many, many years ago. Where someone like you, who has to live with mommy and daddy because you can't function in the real world, and you're just a terrible, terrible human being, you did that in your parents' apartment, Kiro. You did that in your parents' home, Kiro, where your mom and dad sleep. You abused the family dog, Kiro. You made that dog's life terrible. You made it awful, Kiro. You abused that dog. That dog was terrible. And you have people defending you. You have people defending you.
All of their questions. People were calling the police station and accusing me of all kinds of things. I was even asked about a missing child. And then they asked if they can search my place. I endured these visits and let them do their work. And after a month and a half of all these visits, everything went silent. But what happened in January completely surprised me. The police were able to obtain a search warrant, which blew my mind. There's honestly nothing there to justify a search warrant. But then I saw the actual piece of paper. Someone called the police, accused me of having illicit material on my computer, and the warrant was to check for distribution and storage of it, which is a felony. If this would have been true, I would not be here talking to you today. I would be in jail. It took
No, 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 Kiro. Let's not let's not lie to ourselves here. They had a search warrant for your computer. Question is it the same computer that you sent that stuff from, Kiro? Because there's proof of it. There's proof. Whether or not they got the right computer, who knows? But there's proof that you did this, and you're trying to be like, I'm innocent. I let them search my apartment. I'm innocent. I let them search a computer that was mine. Buddy. You are a terrible, terrible person.
took everything, my cameras, my phone, my computer, all my hard drives. So after they took my stuff, I felt utterly hopeless. Without my video equipment, how could I fight back? They took the only thing I could use to help prove my innocence.
That makes no sense, Kiro. Video equipment wouldn't help you prove your innocence. No, 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 no. They took some stuff. So I've got a working theory right now that either he is a federal informant, or due to his parents essentially holding the one key piece of evidence that they would need to get more information, would be a bit of a kneecap to the investigations. I know that New York dropped the charges because of his parents, Now, something else where he says, oh, I let them search my house, I let them come in, and then they attained a search warrant. Well, they wouldn't really need a search warrant, Kiro, if you let them search everything anyways. Try to keep your story straight. You wouldn't be surprised, you wouldn't be against it or anything like that if you were letting them do it. So keep your story straight, friend. I'm not going to call you friend. You're a piece of human garbage.
This really took a toll on my mental health. I was suicidal, I was depressed, and I was just overall broken.
Nobody
I honestly wanted to
cares!
leave the community in January because no one was listening to me. But a month after everything was taken, memories poured into my head. The fandom helped me so much. Even if a lot of you dislike me, I can never dislike the fandom. There are a lot of things that need fixing, but this is a place I truly belong, and no one is going to tell me otherwise. So I decided.
Hear that, furries? He truly belongs in the fandom. And you guys can't keep him out. Like, seriously, so this is like an anti gatekeeping speech from a pedophile, from a zoo sadist, zoophile, necrophile, whatever you want to call him. He's like, you can't keep me out. This is the same thing as the pedophiles telling the LGBT community that hating them is bigoted.
Not to give up. I hired an attorney and I was advised not to make any public statements, which was hard for me. The police took nearly 2 years to look at my possessions. They even sent my devices to the FBI forensics lab. And also, the New York police got involved. And through all of that, there were never any charges against me. If there's any evidence being used against me, the police would have found it during all of that time. And yet, over these past 2 years, I have been harassed, doxxed, manipulated, blackmailed. I've had people stalk me, accuse me of terrible things, kept trying.
Again, no charges against me, but what about your buddy? What about Snake Thing? What about the other people in your leaks, Kiro? What about the other people, Kiro? Oh, they had no proof of distribution or storage on the devices that you gave them, Kiro. You let them search your apartment. But we both know that what you did wasn't at the apartment, Kiro. We both know that you fucked your dog at your parents' house, Kiro. We both know it wasn't at the apartment. We both know. You can't lie, buddy. You can't lie, you fat waste of space. You're trying, oh, my mental health. No one cares. No one cares about your mental health. You're a terrible human being. You should be locked up. You shouldn't be on the internet. The only good thing that the internet is doing right now is exposing your bullshit. That's all.
Trying to put words in my mouth and spread rumors about me. I've seen the worst of the community during this entire investigation. The police were wasting their time and resources while actual crimes were happening. So here I am today. Let's go over the accusations together. Because I know for some people, the results of 2 police departments and the FBI proving me.
Well, one of the police departments couldn't get a result, Kiro, because your parents wouldn't let them. Like, at least one of the investigations was hindered by that. You are a piece of human filth, Kiro. They're like, let's go over the accusations. People putting words in my mouth. No, dude, they didn't need to put words in your mouth. There's leaked DMs. The shit was still leaking in January.
Me innocent. This isn't enough. So I'll go over everything one by one. Let's start so we can put this whole thing behind us. First, let's talk about the logs. They were posted by a Twitter user in September 2018. They depicted horrific things that were said between a group of people on Telegram. There was also a list of people allegedly involved in the chats, but of the ones included was my name. While it is true I have talked to Snake Thing before, I didn't know he was a monster he turned out to be.
Bullshit! There's a video where you admit that you took part in these chats, Kiro. What are you doing? What are you? You can't keep your story straight, dude. Oh my god.
We were not friends, just some guy I'd been in some furry group, and we talked about feral cartoons. The logs of me are not real. There was
This is the third time he's said this. He's changed his story so much. He's changed his fucking story so much, but you said they were real, Kero. You admitted it. What's gonna be his excuse now?
None of that nasty shit in there. Just a normal conversation between two people who like feral characters. Secondly, I want to point out the legitimacy of the person who posted the logs. This user claims to be an actual confessed zoophile, and the logs contain images of bestiality. How does that make him a legitimate source if he himself is one of those people that abuses animals? A lot of people are so eager to believe what they see online, but
That point doesn't work, Kero. This guy's a zoophile. Why would he have access to messages between other zoophiles? Motherfucker, because you fucked animals and you talked about it and you had access to the leaks, Kero. You got busted. That's not a good defense.
they don't take the time to think about things or ask basic questions. 1. How can the source be trusted? 2. What's the motive? In the video shared by him, actual animals were harmed. But instead of taking it to the police, where it would do actual good, he posted
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. You don't get it, do you? You don't get it. He did. It went to the police. 1, how can the source be trusted? Because he was one of the people in the group. 2, what's the motive? To bust people! Dude, like, besides you, at least 3 other people were arrested. You're not making a good case, bud.
it online. If you see a crime happening, or you think there is one happening, you should report it to the police. That's how this country works. We have a judicial system for a reason. Doing this, like any act of cancel culture, ruins lives, destroys careers, and the person could be innocent. But Twitter has a lot of immature people who will always jump to thinking people are guilty. So not only was this whole thing mishandled, it's untrustworthy. I went through the legal process. People submitted all the pictures and all the logs to the police. We even had them reviewed by the FBI forensics team. I was investigated by real detectives that have degrees in criminology and forensics.
Did you need that cut there? Really? Like, it's obvious that you're reading a script poorly, by the way, because of how many cuts there are. But you're not making the points you think you are, and I find it funny.
And after 2 years of digging, they found nothing. They found nothing relating to me. But to the internet, there's somehow more evidence than ever. Yes, people were arrested during this, like Snake Thing. But he wasn't arrested because of the logs. People did report him to the police, and they did investigate him. But
What? You're saying that someone reported him to the police, Kiro? But I thought that wasn't happening. I thought that it was just an angry zoophile that couldn't be trusted. But it turns out that one of the people in the things that he leaked was indeed, like, arrested and found guilty. Jesus Christ, dude, you're not making a case.
his charges do not reflect what was in the logs. This shows he was in possession of illegal pornography. Not because he was a ringleader, not because of these logs people keep talking about, but because he had illegal content. So we were both investigated by the police, and he was found guilty. Meanwhile, I never had a charge on me. That
Oh my god. They attained a search warrant for your computer, my friend. They tried searching your parents' house. You're using your... Oh my god. Really? You're using that. Okay, let's see where you're going.
should say something. I'm glad Snake Thing is in jail. So many people were distracted by targeting me, while Snake Thing nearly got away with it. He was the real monster. There was a thing going around about me about the Cothrix interview. I don't even want to call it an interview because that's not really what it was. But, you know, we'll go with that for now. When the controversy first started, he messaged me on Twitter. He said he could help. So we took to Telegram to talk. Right away, he didn't listen to me because he thought he knew everything based on the accusing tweets and kept badgering me on changing my story. I threatened to leave the group chat with him and another person in it because they were not listening to my side of the story and jumping to conclusions. As soon as I said that, they proceeded to blackmail me.
Okay, let's look at what this is. If you throw this in Koth's face, I guarantee that video he makes will not be presenting any benefit of the doubt for you, and I wouldn't blame him. Now, if any of you are wondering what this interview is, this is the interview where he admits that he lied about why the logs were fake. He admits that they were real after the Iranian super hacker thing. He admitted they were real.
I said they would make a worse video if I didn't stay.
That's not what that said, bro.
At this point in the controversy, I just wanted a friend to help me, because I didn't know how to handle this type of situation. I do admit, I did not handle everything well in the beginning of this. There's really no handbook on how to deal with a million people yelling at you and giving you death threats. More about that later. So I thought in the end, he would do the right thing.
Oh, the poor pupper getting death threats. Oh, poor Kero, he got death threatened, guys. He got the death threats. You should, feel bad for the Kero. He got death threats, guys.
So I agreed to stay in the group. He gave me the revised script, but I didn't really look at it. I put my trust in him. I agreed to retweet the video when it came out, and I did. But then I saw the video. He claimed that I said the logs were 100% real. Nowhere in that conversation did I say that. Because
you did, though. There's video proof of it.
It's not true. He made this hit piece on me. I felt so betrayed by this. I unretweeted the video and left the group. I felt so used by Cothrix. So you want
poor bumper.
to know why I didn't make a video then? That's why. I was going through a lot. So many people were taking advantage of me for the money and views when they have never even met me before. There are a lot of videos about me, made by people who don't know what they're talking about, either with what I did or about the legal process. A lot of people also sourced an internet harassment site. People are claiming it was a trustworthy
Kiwi Farms. He means Kiwi Farms.
site with reliable information. This isn't a group that's trustworthy. They are a group of stalkers and conspiracy theorists who ruin people's lives for fun.
It's Kiwi Farms. Oh, these guys aren't reliable. They're the reason why Snake Thing got arrested, dude.
They claimed that I killed animals. They claimed that I was a pedophile. They even claimed I killed people. Absolutely crazy accusations. The goal of this web...
I don't see anywhere in your thread that people claim you're a murderer. I mean, there's the whole thing about you fucking your dog until he died, but, you know.
Site is to make fun of people and degrade them. It's full of homophobic, transphobic, and racist people. A lot of people use this place as their dubious source of information. Even their own staff members of that very website say it's just a place to laugh at people.
Yes! Yes! You should show why that post was made, motherfucker. You should show why that post gets made. Everyone always gets away with everything. What is the point of blank? To laugh at lolcows, not to virtue signal or other white knight bullshit. At least some of these creeps do get prosecuted. Like, the point of Kiwi Farms, yeah, it's to laugh at lolcows, and every so often there's a pedophile that gets caught. The point of Kiwi Farms is not to go and save the world. It's just to laugh at people, and then they end up being terrible people like you.
It's not a resource for reliable information. Their staff said that. And still you want to use that website as a source of information when even the creators of that say it's not a source for information? What? Do you really want to put your trust in a website that defiled the memory of Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Really? Really? Okay.
Amazing woman that helped protect LGBT rights. A lot of people pointed to me when it came to one of the videos. One in particular had a person's lips and their nose in it, and claimed it to be me with absolutely certainty. I don't understand how you can make that connection from a blurry photo. Same with that terrible deer video. People said it was confirmed to be me, but you can clearly see the guy's face in it. He has a visible tattoo on him too. I even posted pictures of my body on Twitter to disprove this.
Yeah, and people point out that video's like 99% not you. However, there's other evidence that does show it to you. And you see what you're trying to do right now is be like, hey, they got this, this, and this wrong. They got these 5 things wrong. That discredits these 9,000 things that they got right.
I got responses like, oh, you could have removed the tattoo. You could have had plastic surgery to change your face. What is this? You're grasping at straws because you want me guilty when I'm not. No one gave me the benefit of the doubt.
You are, well, one, you're wrong. A lot of people did. A lot of people did. They gave you the benefit of the doubt, Kero, until it was proven that you lied about being hacked. And then, oh, you talked to multiple fucked up people. We don't want anything to do with you. Oh, poor Kero. He's such a bad guy. He's such a poor pupper. No.
And when I brought up these points, I just got shouted down. It's easier to put the blame on someone, so it's easier to deal with. I get that. But I am not in these videos. Videos can be staged, Photoshop exists, so screenshots can be easily edited. And it would be impossible to tell. HTML is more...
No, it's not impossible to tell. It's really easy to tell in a lot of cases. You're fucked up, kid.
More easily so. Here's a video about that.
Hey folks, just to shed some light on the Kero the Wolf thing, here's the log. Here's what the actual file looks like. Find and replace. Let's do Kero Wolf with Wilhelm Scream. Here's the new file. Wilhelm Scream. Hey folks, if it's this easy for me to fix one file, how hard would it be for somebody to, say, fake all of the logs? I just changed every instance of Kira's name in this to somebody else's. See the issue there? And people say it's not easy to fabricate this kind of thing. For shame.
A lot of people say that I got away with it because of legal loopholes, such as denying a search.
Ding, ding, ding! He finally addressed it 10 minutes in.
Or statute of limitations. However, these people do not know the law. In fact, one of my friends made a video about one of these topics.
Now folks, we have a saying in this country, innocent until proven guilty, and since the investigation has been dropped, that means the police were not capable of creating enough of a case against Kero to prove his guilt. So, what does that mean? It means that half the battle is over and won in Kero's favor. He has not been proven guilty, therefore, by US law, he is, by process of elimination, innocent.
That's not what that means. You really should not use some... Oh, this guy argues the legal case. Hey guys, since they couldn't charge Kero, he's innocent!
Also accept the fact that the police were investigating me for over 2 years. If there was some legal loophole, my case would have been closed. A long time ago. Hell, it would have been closed in a week. This should prove that the police took it seriously and looked at every last lead that there was.
That they could look at. You see, really interesting thing. He mentions the whole, statute of limitations thing, and, denial of... A friend of mine made a video on this, and all it said is, innocent until proven guilty. At what point does it say anything else about you, bud? It doesn't. It doesn't. You know why? Because you can't dispute you can't dispute that shit. You can't dispute it. So people are going to hound you for the rest of your life, Kero. And they should. They should, because you are a terrible, terrible person.
This whole controversy was a lot for me. I felt like being swatted every day for 2 years. I know I made mistakes,
Do not compare what you did and what happened to being swatted every day for 2 years. Because people actually die from swatting. Just like your animals die from you fucking them.
I said before. And for those mistakes, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. No one is. I understand the videos that were put out there were...
For what mistakes, Kero? For what mistakes? Was it denying ever talking to Snake Thing? Is that one of the mistakes? Is it for trying to say the Iranian super hackers are the ones responsible? Huh?
Absolutely horrendous. And I get that anger. I really do. I was disgusted too. But I couldn't believe there were people saying that it was me in those videos. I'm not. It doesn't do us any good to be mad at the wrong person. Even when I proved I wasn't in them, People didn't listen. My closest friends denounced me and sent their fans to attack me. I tried to get help from
That's because you did it.
some other YouTubers because I thought they were my friends and I thought they would help, but
No one's gonna help you, you criminal degenerate.
they didn't. And it was hard. Like I said, there's no handbook for this kind of thing. How do you deal with this sort of situation? To understand why I didn't come out and make a video about this right away, you have to understand what I was going through and everything, you know, my psychology throughout the entire thing. This was the first time in my life I lost friends. I spent most of my life trying to make them. Then I found the furry community. I found a place that I truly belonged. I felt a sense of community that I felt for the first time. Growing up, I didn't
Where we could all fuck animals together. I felt like I belonged, guys. I felt like I belonged.
really have that. I was considered a freak because I wasn't a redneck. I didn't like guns, I didn't like hunting. I just didn't fit in. I just grew up in a small town that just wasn't really accepting at all. I just started to lose friends.
Yeah, people aren't really accepting when you try to fuck their animals, bud.
It broke me. The longer the controversy went on, the more I lost. All of a sudden, my name was a curse. I've always made videos on YouTube because it makes people happy, and in return, that makes me happy. But the motivation to make videos quickly went away when my name became that curse. I was so psychologically fucked up that I could barely function. The thoughts running through my head didn't help either. How can I prove myself when no one will listen?
Easy. You could have easily proved yourself. You could have logged into those accounts and went into the logs and been like, hey guys, I didn't post any of this. But you didn't. You didn't. You know why? Because you fucking did it. You fucking did it, Kero. There are 1,000 different ways that you could have proved it wasn't you. But you fucked up, kid.
How can I make people happy when they hate me? There's no use in making videos anymore. I tried to
Okay, there is one way to make people who hate you happy, but because of YouTube, I cannot say it. Just know that it's still a viable option, Kiro. And me and many, many other people would support your choice to do it.
defend myself at the time, but in the heat of the moment with thousands of people thinking all the same thing, it didn't matter what I said. No one believed me. A lot of people say,
That's because you were caught in lie after lie after lie.
why didn't Kero defend himself? He must be guilty if he didn't defend himself. I did defend myself, but it didn't matter. As one of my friends
Yeah, because what you tried to use to defend yourself was shit.
pointed out to me, people went from finding a sense of belonging and liking you to finding a sense of belonging and hating you. People do both so they feel like they're part of a bigger community, which is absolutely true. It became a community thing to hate me. As much as I disproved, no one would believe me. No one wanted to listen to the facts during a hate mob. So the most logical thing I could think of at the time was just to wait until it cools down, so people can think rationally. Let's acknowledge what's actually real. I'm into feral artwork, like cartoon depictions of animals talking and interacting, and I've role-played a lot online. Looking back, it was a little cringy, but it helped me open up and be myself.
Yeah, there's also proof of other things that you did, buddy.
I've never harmed any animals, and I never will. I've heard about cancer.
You've never harmed any animals. In your mind, you believe that your dog was okay with it. In your mind, you believe that he was okay with it. Like, if you look at Kiro and you look at some of the stuff that he said in the past, look up Mr. Medical's video, and he's like, oh, well, I never harmed an animal. I wouldn't want to kill an animal, but I'll fuck a dead one. Nah.
Cancel culture before. Now that I've experienced it, I know that it can wreck your life. Honestly, I felt a lot of emotions during the past 2 years. And looking back, I can remember a lot of controversies before mine. To this day, there's so many new controversies in our community. There's a few that at least happen every month. There's probably been more than 50 in the past 2 years. I don't want anyone to feel the way I did. Cancel culture destroys lives. I can see how someone would commit suicide over this, or even harming themselves because of all the hate going their way. As a community, we need to be better. A lot of people like to objectify someone during a call out. They don't really see them as human anymore, so they can just call them whatever they want, even if it isn't true. People need to realize behind that profile picture is a real person. Also, there are more productive ways to help animals in need, like volunteering. Making hateful comments on the internet and making hateful videos doesn't help anyone. It doesn't find out the facts. It only hurts and confuses people more. I tried my best to help animals during my YouTube career by raising awareness for wildlife. You can do the same by volunteering at your local animal shelter or donate money to a wildlife charity instead of making useless hate comments online.
Or you can do both!
Be productive. So to wrap this up, no, I am not a zoosadist. No, I'm not a pedophile. I know the controversy has caused the fandom a lot of pain. I will do my best to help.
It hasn't, though. It hasn't caused the... It hasn't. It's exposed people, Kero. It's exposed people like you.
The community like it helped me so many years ago. I am sorry for how I handled it in the beginning of this. I get frustrated and confused easily, and it was all overwhelming for me. But that's all I'm apologizing for. I did not deserve to be used, scapegoated, attacked, threatened, manipulated, harassed, blackmailed, and labeled as a monster. I know this video isn't going to please everyone. I fully expect people to make up new accusations and lies about me. I know this video may not please everyone, but I'm moving forward with my content and my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
What did he do, guys? What did he do next time? Moving forward.
I want to talk about something. You know, no one really asked the real questions when I came back. Besides one person that I saw, and props to him. He was actually neutral on the subject he was talking about. That's a real example of a content creator right there. The question is, why? Why did I come back? I always knew this was a suicide mission. Again, thank you for proving my point, and thank you for helping me achieve an adult. But you going out of your way to make these tweets is just fantastic too. Not only did you prove my point in my second video, but you also helped me achieve my view count goal. So, thank you. It's funny how people try to...
His view count goal? Oh my god, he's gonna... One, he got kicked off on a very good day. I just have to say that's a great day. Two...
the gatekeep in this community. You're in no position of power. Neither is Majira. You're just two people who get over-emotional really fast. And you rely on your fans to comfort you and do what you tell them to do.
You tried the same!
And in a way, you're a slave to your fans. You're so afraid of saying anything that might upset them because you want to keep your own little private army. I want this community to be amazing, but we aren't happy anymore. Actually, I feel like this would be better if I brought on someone else to talk. 1 second. Hey guys, I just want to say that I love all of you. I want to say thank you for supporting me. Never forget that. Channel, it's letting go. It's honestly really hard to battle where the end result makes me unhappy. This isn't me giving up on my channel, it's letting go. It's honestly really hard for me to say goodbye. I love my channel and I love the people that support me. But I will always be in this fandom. Just because I'm not Kero anymore doesn't mean I'll be gone for good. I will always...
It should, though.
...always be here in one form or another. I know you guys will make this community great.
Every time you hear about someone fucking their dog, think of Kero!
Stand up for yourself and others. Don't take crap from anyone. If you see someone getting hurt from cancel culture, or just in general being bullied, don't be afraid to stand up and say something.
Protect your local dog fuckers!
Over the next few days, I will be releasing some Patreon content to you guys. Because I know they're videos that you will all love. I will be somewhat active on Patreon to keep Kira alive. I still have many ideas.
I'll be active behind a paywall, guys. Oh my god, wait, does he have a link?
Videos, and I want to try different things while I figure out what I want to move on to next. I will also...
Beta, Deloda, or other...
Oh god. Oh god. Does he have a Patreon? Can we end this overly long video on his Patreon? Okay, he does have a Patreon. He's got 34 backers. How many tiers are there? There's the new challenger appears, access to the feed and lens. The super roll, early access to videos. The bloop roll, access to behind the scenes and bloopers. The kero roll, general support until the new roll decided. What? Then the talking roll, TBA. The creative roll. Yeah, you're just too fucking lit. You could do the art for that, but you couldn't come up with anything. But you're like, hey, if you want to give me $50 a month. Oh my god, he's getting paid for this, by the way. How far back does this go? It's got 96 posts. Why you try to peek? Ooh woo. New video soon? Update very soon. Fuck, dude. July 2020. So, in reality, he's been doing a lot of content.
Beta Delota or other.
I want to.
Oh, okay.
Beta Delota or all got taken away within about 2 to 3 weeks of that. There will be some nostalgia, and there will be some shock, and there will be some want or need to return to home.
I want to talk about something. You know, no.
Who cares?
Hi.
1 week ago, 2 years ago. Okay, so he's been posting on Patreon for essentially a fucking year. Oh my god.
Hi, it's Theo Phil.
Point where he wanted me to squish his sub. So, what did I do? I Hulk smashed his sub! No banner roll! Oh my.
Okay, so this video is way too long. I'm going to go drink bleach. Have a good night.